And now, Stevie Wonder! He could have done all that. He'd have done it for free.
He may have, it may not have gone with the mood of the evening, possibly. Peter Dixon.
Please welcome Mariah Carey! It'd have been great.
The whole atmosphere was odd, though. Because obviously they organised this so quickly. I mean, one of the people up there, is it Jerry Ortega or Kenny Ortega or someone? Anyway,
Jerry Ortega!
He was the guy who was like in charge of all the tour and everything. And he was saying that literally this time last week, they were all on stage there rehearsing for the UK gig.
That was towards the end of the thing, wasn't it?
You just kind of, I don't know, you just felt like it was all rushed together. And why didn't they take more time? Because the atmosphere felt like it was being done in some sort of conference centre, didn't it?
It was a weird atmosphere because the family had just come from a private funeral, hadn't they?
Yeah.
So it was a very, it wasn't a gig and it wasn't a service. It was kind of a mixture of both.
But shouldn't they have waited until had a big tribute gig that was later on?
That's exactly what they should have done.
Private funeral with the family, and then weeks or months down the line, had a massive tribute concert in wherever Central Park or somewhere.
But I think they'll do that anyway. I think not that many people were expecting his coffin to be there.
What did I tell you yesterday? You were all mocking me. You were all Carrie remembers. You were all mocking me when I was saying, "Will he be there?" And yes, he was.
Well, he was there. So that creates a very different atmosphere, doesn't it? From the very beginning, you've got his coffin just there.
But you see, because it was trying to be two things, it sort of fell between both, and then the voiceover at the end was saying how his wish was for his funeral to be the greatest show on earth, and that it was. And actually, when you watched it, it wasn't. Take That for one was a far better show. But it wasn't.
Where were the elephants, Michael?
But it wasn't the greatest show on earth. That's the thing. Yeah. And I think if they'd done a funeral and then done a massive gig, it could have been.
It was rushed. It was organised way too quickly.
But it was fascinating to watch it, though. Do you know what I think?
Apparently, Paul Gambaccini was hilarious to watch, but for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah, he was doing a few little sort of comments on the speakers. If they went on too long.
Treating it like Terry Wogan in Eurovision sort of thing.
He'd interrupt them?
No, he'd let them speak and then say something like, "Well, I think she went on a little bit too long." And
who is he to say that?
But like I said, Trevor Nelson was brilliant on it. He was really good, and just lots of insights into the kind of history of Motown and all that sort of stuff. He was fantastic.
I wrote to Michael, and I said, "Michael, it's Paul Gambaccini. Why don't you do a song and call it Thriller?" And of course he did, and the rest is history. But it was all down to me. Then I said to him, "You should do an album called Bad," and he did. And then I told him he should wear a glove, and he did. I am God. I created the world. I'm Paul Gambaccini. And Chris Moyles is the devil. Thank you, Paul. Apparently they all sang We Are the World at the end of the
they did.
Which, by the way, is copied from our birthday show when
well, I thought though, there's surely copyright issues there.
Anyway.
But it was genuinely moving in places, obviously with the children coming up on stage. And
Di in Cheshire has texted in saying it was a perfect send-off for the King of Pop. You all need to shut up. Do you know what, Di? You're wrong, love. It wasn't the perfect send-up.
I think he would have been disappointed.
Yeah, there was huge gaps in it. It was Smokey Robinson comes on stage. 25 minutes later, the next person comes on stage. Mariah Carey introduces that guy to come on and to sing with her. His microphone's not switched on. I mean, oh, come on. It just it's embarrassing. And, so there you go. That's what we're talking about. That's what they should have done. They should have done Michael Jackson tribute concert, which they could have done 6 months from now.
It would have been amazing.
They could have organised, worked on. Everybody would have been going, "This is amazing," rather than, "This is amazing."
But do you not think that's why? Not defending it or whatever, but I mean, because in some places it was great, I thought, but it was a memorial service, wasn't it? So I think they will do a tribute concert as well. I think they'll do both at some point in the future, won't they?
Well, they have to, because it was meant to be like a celebration of his life, wasn't it, yesterday? And I don't think it really achieved that.
No.
If it wasn't for Michael Jackson, there'd be no Oprah Winfrey. Is that one of the lines yesterday?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
If it wasn't for Michael Jackson, there would be no Orangina. If it wasn't for Michael Jackson, there'd be no... One of them yogurt things, there's like fruit on the one side and yogurt on the other, and you pour the fruit...
The corners.
Yeah, there. There'd be no fruit corners. Michael's up there going, fruit corners nothing to do with me.
Do you do that? Do you pour them in? Because I actually just...
I don't eat them.
Do you know? I just dip my spoon in and have a little bit of the fruity bit and then into the yogurt. I don't actually pour them in.
I'm not like Dominic. I've never actually had one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I had 14 yogurts yesterday.
Wow. 14. How did you feel?
Mullered. That's still funny, isn't it?
Yeah, that's very good.
Yeah.
I enjoy it every time.
Brilliant.
Dominic, this is Michael Jackson. I thought your joke was very funny.
Thank you very much. And I agree with you.
Mullet.
I tell you what, it's going to do no harm to that Shaheen
Shaheen, yes.
lad's career,
Yeah.
is it?
I spoke to somebody on the phone yesterday. They said there was a shot of that Shaheen guy stood next to Michael Jackson's coffin. And the guy, mate, says to me on the phone, he says, do you know, if you'd have said to that boy 6 months ago or a year ago, you'll be stood in Los Angeles about to perform as you're stood next to Michael Jackson's coffin, he'd have probably said, and I went, who's Michael Jackson? He went, well, yeah, probably.
The thing was,
Apparently Michael Jackson was an inspiration on his career.
Yeah, he's a big fan.
he was, to be fair, he was brilliant.
Yeah, he was.
I thought his performance was amazing, but the fact that he was there singing on stage at this world televised event, yet behind they had a young picture of Michael Jackson, and clearly the implication was this is the next him, wasn't it?
Yeah, now isn't that a little bit uncomfortable, bearing in mind that Michael Jackson had a terrible life growing up as a child?
Yeah, I know, but in terms of... I don't know, I thought it was a fantastic...
It's kind of a
but-
musical
but
legacy.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I know, but I think you try
It's
and...
kind of like Macaulay Culkin putting his kid onto the stage at the age of 3. You kind of go, maybe that's not the best thing to do.
You just try and look at it musically, though, don't you?
Anyway, look, we're not dissing it. We're just talking about it. Sorry. I missed Torchwood last night. I missed everything last night.
Mate.
Missed everything.
It was
Brilliant.
even better last night
Right.
than the first one. A few people have said that on text already. Definitely worth watching it.
I get to watch it tonight, and then I get to watch part 3 live tonight. So part 3 at 9 o'clock. So as long as I watched it at 8 o'clock last night, I'll be laughing.
I did the double yesterday. I did 1 and 2.
Whoa, hello, baby.
Hello.
She did a 1 and a 2.
It's really good and scary.
They've completely notched up a level.
Yeah.
It's just
Torchwood's really
amazing
good.
programme.
Really, 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 really good.
There's a bit tonight involving that you'll see. Well, the bit from last night that you'll see later involving John Barrowman, which made me feel really quite uncomfortable.
Okay.
Not the bit at the very
Oh,
end.
he doesn't start
that's just
singing, I made
funny.
it through the rain,
There's a bit in the middle that's just really
Yeah, I've got a clip of it here. The bit in the middle of Torchwood, which is really
I made
Here it is.
through the rain.
This is it, isn't it?
I kept my world protected. I made it through the rain. I kept my point of view. I made it through the rain and found myself respected.
That'll do. What's on the show today, Rachel?
Loads of things.
Oh, Chipmunk is in today,
Chipmunk's
isn't he?
in 7:30.
Chippy Chip.
Chip.
I'm looking forward to meeting him.
Can put your computers on and watch the interview. Dave has got a game to play.
What, with Chipmunk?
Yep.
Yeah,
Have you really?
special Chipmunk game.
All right, well, I look forward to it.
Can you give away the title yet or not?
I don't
That's
know
probably it.
Yeah,
The special Chipmunk game.
No, I do have a title, but
you
I
can't-
think I shall wait.
Okay.
Are we close to it with the special Chipmunk game?
No, it's way more elaborate than that. Do you want me to tell you?
Why not?
Okay, well, we're going
Look
to...
at Rachel's face, by the way.
I sometimes think it's better to leave these things and we'll just tease it until...
All right, well, we're going to tease a special Chipmunk game.
Sometimes Rachel thinks it's better for you to not be on air
No.
or come up with any idea.
This is all ready to go.
The title would give away the nature of the game.
It would somewhat, yes.
Right, okay. I think we should leave
Quite
it.
a literal title.
Yeah.
It's already, though. We've never done this game with any other artist.
We had to fill in a health and safety form.
Really?
Yep.
Hey, listen, a few text messages saying that we're going to love Oasis tomorrow night. People texting in. I don't know where they played last night, but people are saying it was absolutely amazing.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too. Great.
I think it'll be very different to take that
I think so.
because it's kind of like that was more of a show.
They won't do Back for Good, will it?
Well, no.
You never know.
No, that's true. You never know.
Apparently they do na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na, take that and party.
Do they do that?
That's what I heard.